Okay, you can put it over there. It's real life. You have do you have Facebook? Are we friends? Check it out.
As far as I
Go,
know.
go to my page and check it. We have, okay, so sorry for that. Delay. Technical delay. So since we have one new person, right? First time?
Yep.
Okay, so huh? Oh, perfect. Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
Let us go really quick around the room and introduce yourself once more so we get familiar with each other. Marian?
All right. Hi, I'm Marian.
Bruce?
Cherie. Alicia.
Marius, the video man.
Kim? Jim? Sam? And Oleg. Okay, welcome.
I didn't see anything.
Huh?
I didn't see anything.
You don't see?
So this is it. This is
Yeah, click on this. Oh no, back, okay. Supposed to have, wait, you're on the face, you need to go to your Facebook application, not on the website.
Okay, sure.
Do you have Facebook application? Yeah. Yep, and then you will see on the bottom of the footer something like live videos. Anyway, so Kim, do you know anything about Sahaja meditation?
I know some about meditation. I don't know specifically how recent my first word.
Okay, so you probably heard from Lynn and Jim that what we're doing here, and it's a course. It's a set of sessions we recommend. Hi Nancy, please come in.
Hi.
It's really we encourage people to come here every week. And if you miss one, doesn't matter, come next one, doesn't matter. Don't stop if you miss one or two. But really encourage to be here every week. This way you will have full picture of and full long-term experience. Long-term means 3 months long experience of a really something growing inside of you. Not only you become more proficient in your meditation, your skill develops, but also it changes your perspective to everything around you. It enriches you. It really gives you new level of vision and understanding of the world we live in, and it improves every aspect of our lives. Relationships, health, emotional reaction to any type of information we are facing during the day, during our lifespan. And on top of it, it teaches us to sense the truth. There is a nice video, maybe at some point we'll introduce this video. Or maybe we'll just send it to you and you will watch it in your spare time. It's called Experiment with Truth, made by Sahaja yogis of Europe, and it's kind of old video, 20 years old, but it gives you a really good, nice picture of everything we're talking here about, and gives you that experience again and again and again. And you right in front of this 25 minutes video on the screen, in front of that screen, you experience again and again what we're learning here. Heidi, come in. You can close the door. Or you're waiting for somebody else?
No.
Is that on
I'll send a link to it. Yes, it is on. So what I would recommend, we'll start with meditation, and we'll make this meditation a little bit more digestible for King. And after that, we'll focus on the subject, and we'll share our own experiences, and at the end, we'll do it, maybe a short meditation again. Questions? If you have any questions, go ahead.
Well, I looked on your Colorado website and
MeditationColorado.org.
and I noticed you and can't remember his name, the other fellow that was here. You each say different words in different positions. And can you explain that to me?
Well, the meaning of the words very, very close.
Right.
The sentences are very similar. So it's not exactly important to memorize these words. But you can follow whatever you see on that video. Is it video or is it step-by-step written text?
Both.
Both. Yeah. So follow them.
And they're different. And so when we get to the point where we do it at home, excuse me, does it matter exactly?
What matters is how you feel about it. Whatever you feel comfortable with and better with, go with it. Make sense? At the end, Sahaja meditation teaches us to listen to ourselves through that awakened inner instrument, the core of which is Kundalini, the energy within the core, which resides right here at the base of the spinal cord, in that triangular bone area. So once awakened, and once we get used to really be in connection, in contact with it, we become more and more sensitive. At that point, we don't need this sentences specifically. You know what to say and how to say from your heart in order to help your Kundalini, your energy within, to open specific energy center. Yeah? What else? Specifically, if you start to meditate, by the way, logistically, if you are here, we expect you really to do homework on a daily basis. Here we are on a weekly basis, so homework on the daily basis is your meditation. And I know that some people are coming with previous experiences and previous attempts to meditate, and maybe not even attempts, but practices of meditation and other things. So we recommend, if you liked it, give it a chance, real serious chance. And
Full home weekend.
give it a chance and try to meditate this way, this Sahaja meditation, because you will see that it starts reflecting your condition, reacting to your progress, and you'll enjoy it more and more and more. But what we noticed that some people who and including some of us who are considering ourselves Sahaja yogis, we came from different backgrounds, in different experimentation, different techniques and practices. And so we found out that it's much more difficult to do Sahaja meditation together and mix it with other practices which we learned before. It doesn't provide that powerful effect if it taken as and experimented with individually as Sahaja meditation. So that would be our recommendation. Obviously, you see our programs are free. There is no judgment. There is no there is no graduation marks. So it's really up to you, and we are being very honest with you saying these things. And we just come here and recommend what we pass through. So some yogis here in the room, Chetan, Mario, Salesia, Shanti, myself, we are long time Sahaja practitioners, Sahaja meditation practitioners. We call ourselves Sahaja yogis. So we give you suggestions to shortcut what we already passed. And so try it. Experiment with this. The best way to know the truth is to experiment, specifically after your Kundalini is awakened. That instrument is already working within you, and you can sense vibrations on the fingertips, reflecting the truth around us and around about any subject. Okay? That's it. Foot soak. Who did foot soak? Who tried foot soak? Marion, I know. Bruce, I know. Who else? Okay, guys. Here we go. This is my real set. It's not some dummy set. It's really taken from the special place. So this is what we do. I do it almost every day. Almost every day. Fill this much of water just to cover your ankle. Fill this also with water for after. Put my towel, special towel, and any type of salt, Epsom salt, even table salt will work. Any type you find. I have even spoon here. I put 1 or 1.5 of these spoons right into that water. Which water Marion uses? What temperature do you use?
Warm.
Warm? Can you explain why?
For me, it's just because it feels more relaxing.
Okay.
But I think you had talked about, depending on if you're left or right side,
Right.
that you would alter the temperature based on that.
Exactly. So you just because you feel comfortable with this. Bruce?
Warm.
Warm? Also because
Warm to hot.
warm to hot because?
Well, probably not for the right reason,
Well,
but, I mean, that's the left, isn't it? The hot?
well, it's a compensation. You use hot water if you want to balance your
The
left.
left side. And I don't know which I am. When I balance both sides, because I don't know which I am. I want to put my feet in ice water.
Okay. Okay, that's fair enough.
Cold water.
So here's my take on this. If I'm right-sided, I will put cold water. If I'm doing it when I'm left-sided, I'm putting hot water or warm water. Right? Shanti, what water you use?
In the mornings, I use like warm water to wake up because I'm compensating my left side.
So yeah, if I'm coming to this foot soak in this condition, you are probably left-sided, right? So you want to kind of balance, compensate your left. So warm water. If you are not sure, just comfortable, as Marion said, whatever you feel comfortable, room temperature would be sufficient enough. So that's my setting. Then take off feet. Take off my socks. I put my feet into it. I raise the energy, put out myself into the bundle, and well, we also vibrate the water, but this is a more advanced technique. And meditate. Whatever you remember and do it for your meditation. Do this for 10 minutes. What do you do next after you finished? After 10 minutes or 12 minutes, maximum 15 minutes, you prepare the water. You rinse your feet. You towel it off, right? You take this bucket. You try not to look into it because it's full of catches negativity, negative energy, which was absorbed during this foot soak by the water and captured by crystals of this salt, and you flush it to the toilet. Rinse it and prepare for the next one. Questions?
Yeah, I have a question about this maximum 15 minutes, that's pretty serious.
Yes.
Like, what I find is that when I go through all the gyrations and then I do 5 or 10 minutes of silent meditation, I'm there for 20, 25 minutes. So after last week, I filled the bucket. I started out with my feet outside the bucket, and then about halfway through, I put my feet in the bucket and tried to make it like 10 or 15 minutes.
Very smart. What usually we do, what I would recommend is do your full soak. Start with meditation, maybe affirmations, maybe cleansing your energy centers, your chakras. And well, we didn't learn it yet, but we will. And then after 10-15 minutes, rinse it, put bucket maybe aside, but better flush it to the toilet, come back, and continue with real meditation.
That seems to be kind of break up the
process.
flow.
Well, there is a reason for this limitation in time. Bucket is really limited in volume.
I guess what I'm saying is I understand the 15 minutes, but instead of breaking it up and then coming back to it,
You do it
I'd rather do it the other way and not, I mean, putting your feet in the bucket is not very,
Feels comfortable, you get into the silence of meditation, you feel better, do this way. That's fine. Please try it. It's really, you are not doing something extraordinary, but this very simple technique will help your subtle system to clear up some of the overload.
I like to take Epsom salt baths. So is that kind of the same effect if I did that instead of the foot soak?
Well, it's similar effect, but you know, it's like comparing. Well, it's if you meditate in the bath, yes.
Okay.
But if you're kind of drinking champagne, laying down in the bath, it won't give you the same effect. Again, if we are on the nature, we can do foot soak in the street. And then there is no limitation in time. Then you can sit and meditate for hours. Or go to the seashore and do foot soak. We call it body soak. And basically sink into in the water and we meditate there. We do foot soak just walking on the seashore.
why is there no limitation in the ocean versus putting your foot in the
You
bucket?
tell me.
I haven't really thought about it, can't I?
The water keeps rotating. It's not stagnant, it's not staying
Oh,
there.
it's moving?
Yeah, it's moving.
Makes sense.
Is it filled up with negativity?
Not because of moving, but because of volume.
As a what?
Volume.
Like,
Here it's a limited capacity, so salt, water absorbed it, salt captured it, but what happens after some time is that there is no any more capacity, sacking capacity of negativity. So if your attention goes away, instead of staying in state of thoughtless awareness, you start absorbing it back. While in the stream or in the sea, at the sea, you don't have that problem at all. It absorbs and absorbs and absorbs and absorbs. Okay, so we'll start with meditation. Is light okay? Carolyn is not here, so we didn't adjust our lights. But
I didn't look at it.
oh, you didn't.
I didn't look at it.
She had some minor surgery today, so she said, just tell you all hello and send her
Thank you.
good energy.
Say hi to her back. Okay, so we recommend to take off your shoes if you feel comfortable. Split your feet. These are also our channels. Everything is energy in Sahaja meditation, Sahaja yoga. Everything is energy, and we by practicing this method, learning ourselves, we are stepping into the new realm or level of connection with subtle energies. And it's a fascinating process because on the way we experience a lot of progress, a lot of miracles, and a lot of good stuff, good happenings. And on top of getting more and more powerful, in a way we reflect knowledge, understand things, and also apply the energy. So let's close our eyes, sit comfortably, put your hands on the lap. Kim, we're going to use right hand, and we'll put right hand on certain areas on our body. And we'll start with the joint, hip joint over here. Put your right hand over there on the left. Then we'll go under the ribs, upper portion of your abdomen, then heart, then that corner between the left shoulder and neck, then forehead, then back head, heart. And then we'll stretch fingers and put the center of our right palm right on top of our hands. That's about it. Lean, remember, fingers, push, really, Kim, a little bit further. Over here. Yeah. A little bit. Here. So this is the seventh center. It's right where it was soft when we were babies. It's very specific stuff. That's it. So let's close our eyes. Go inside. The sounds outside, if they're too attractive in terms of attracting our attention, just think of them, not even think, but know that these sounds are training our attention. The more we focus inside, the better our attention becomes, and it just helps. So instead of getting frustrated and nervous about these sounds, we take all what is given here as a good environment for our personal growth. Take a couple of deep breaths. Now, let's put right hand on the hip between the left, the joint between left leg and the bottom portion of our body. So hip joint on the left. Put your fingers there. We're going to address these affirmations with each step, which will say certain affirmation which will help, or supposed to help, our inner energy, known as Kundalini, to awaken that center. And by doing so, awaken the qualities associated with this center. And also improve the nourishment, natural nourishment of the physical organs, which that specific center is responsible for. So we put our right hand into that hip joint on the left. Attention now goes there to that touch. And we ask, in our hearts, Mother Energy, or Mother Kundalini, or Shri Kundalini, please give me absolute knowledge. Give me pure knowledge. Just say it without too much thinking about this, but really try to express the pure desire to get what you ask for. Energy within, please give me pure, absolute knowledge. Can you repeat it 6 times? And focus on every time you repeat this information. attention follows the touch. And here we ask from our hearts, energy within, Mother energy. I am my own master, or teacher, or guru. All these three are the same, have the same meaning, so choose anyone which talks to you, all three, and repeat it 10 times. Mother energy, I am my own master. And just to support your comfortable feeling about what you're saying, the previous stop, we asked for pure knowledge. And absolute knowledge will literally become our own masters. Be very confident, very comfortable saying, Mother energy, I am my own master. I am my own teacher. 10 times. Yeah. Moving right hand on our hearts, left pushing to your chest. We send all our attention from the top of our heads to that touch. Try to feel the beats of our hearts. So once we feel the beats of our hearts, we can really stabilize our attention at the core, at the source of these beats. And say from there, from that core, Mother energy, I am the pure spirit. If you choose to say I am the pure self. 12 times. Which means something essential, something immortal, something very, very powerful and unique, which we carry as an essence of who we are. Mother energy, I am the pure self, or without thinking about the past. Very, very important. From our hearts. Mother energy. I forgive everyone and everything, starting from myself. Doesn't matter how many times you say that. Try to say it from the bottom of your heart, sincerely, honestly, confidently. I forgive everyone and everything. The same suggestion here. If you struggle on this level, at this level, you just send this forgiveness of yours to the sky, to the clouds, to the birds, to the trees, to the stars. They will accept it. You can feel very comfortable to send this forgiveness to the stars. Now, sit comfortably straight, raise your head up, and put your right hand behind on the forehead, on the back hand, supporting your raised hand. And here we ask, Mother Energy, please forgive me for whatever I've done, committed against myself, against others. Please forgive me. And again, the attitude is very sincere. We all do this thing, we already know that. We accept this. We also want to accept responsibility. So we want to pass this area. And the way we can help to our energy to pass through, to pierce through this energy center, is asking for forgiveness. Please forgive me for whatever I've done against myself, against others, knowingly and unknowingly. Bring your right hand down just to relax it a little bit because you're working hard. Sit comfortably, but not overly comfortable. You don't want to lay down in the chair. I would even recommend sleep forward towards the edge of the chair to straighten your back. And now, stretch fingers of your right palm, bring it on top of your hand, right on top of your hand, the fontanelle bone area. Okay? Touch with the circle of your palm, fingers are stretched out. All attention goes there. We're going to rotate scalp, skin of the head where we touch by rotating our palm clockwise, which means forward, right, back, left. Forward, right, back, left. We're going to do it 7 times. And on each rotation, Kim, you will say, Mother Energy, please give me my self-realization. 7 circles, 7 times, you'll say this request. All the rest of us will say, Mother Energy, please establish my self-realization. Let's do it. Take your time. Make it work for you with your pace. Till you finish. Very gently, without disturbing your attention. Detach your right hand from the top of your head. Lift it up slowly, gently. 5–10 inches above your head. And check if you can feel the breeze Again, locate your attention in between top of your head and the left palm, which is above. And sense the same. Look for the breeze or any other sensations. These sensations, starting from the breeze, would be the reflection of the awakened energy, awakened mother energy, Kundalini, inside of each one of us. It's like awakened miraculous So, you want to share your experiences right now? If you feel comfortable, go for it. We're not going to point fingers to people's feet.
Well, I felt something in my thumb.
From
It wasn't,
left?
tingling, and that's wisdom and innocence. Does that mean I need to go?
Thumb is not innocence, right? Thumb is the second energy center. Speaking of which, Hattie, maybe you can show us the map.
Oh,
Raise your hand so people will see.
the thumb.
Okay, so so we start from one.
Okay.
Now,
So
next.
thumb, and then you go to.
No, you go to the thumb. First, second, and then you jump.
Right. And then, hold this way.
Marion, can you explain us how to remember this?
You start with the,
Show people. I know. I remember.
start here in the palm and then go to the thumb. You skip one, you circle back to the pointing finger and then to the ring finger.
To the center. Perfect. Take with both hands, the same map, associated with left and right channels. If we feel the same tingling or the same indication of blockage or opposite openness, both symmetrical, the same finger, would usually indicate the condition of central channel. Central channel. There are three channels: right, left, right, central. Left, help me out here. What associated with? Past. Thank you, Jim. What else?
Ego.
And
Emotion.
emotions. Good hint. Keep it for the right channel. What else? Past emotions. What else we associated with?
Being dominated.
Being dominated. Perfect. All this. Emotions, desires, past, memories, being dominated. All this are kind of representatives of the condition of our left channel. What about right?
Ego.
Ego. Well, we didn't get to the ego. We'll get in a couple of programs. We'll get here. We'll talk about this. But yeah, good point. We call ourselves right side, usually associated with dominating others, usually active person, managing type person, dominating others, futuristic person, constantly planning and thinking about the future. It's very easy to be right-sided in America, but also it has its balancing power. So usually all of us are balancing left and right and left and right. What do you think anger comes from? Left or right? Anger. Right. Easy, right? Perfect. Hatred. So when this right channel is overloaded, disbalanced down, we express anger and hatred. If it is balanced, not overloaded, in a similar situation, you will not react with anger. Okay? The central channel represents present moment. That's why it's so important to really find a way to enjoy that focus awareness state of meditation and really make it your instrument from your toolbox. It will balance you, it will nourish you, it will enrich your personality, and it will give you that new dimension, which we all were born with and born for. We're just, all these qualities are just hidden because of our lifestyle. So, today is this green area surrounding the third energy center. Remember the qualities associated with the third energy center, the balance, balancing, like center. What else?
Like satisfaction.
Satisfaction. Balance are very close to satisfaction, I think. What else? Peace. Yeah. Remember also righteousness also comes from the center, and this is what connects us to this green area very nicely, which is located right around all our belly area. All this area is our void. It is called void. It is known also as an ocean of illusions, because this center, it's not a chakra, but it's not energy center, but it's an energy area. It is, if it is not filled with positive vibrations, all positive energies, then we all suffer from living in the world of our micro world of illusions. We carry a lot of misperceptions, misunderstandings, and these are reflections of these illusions. And they constantly mislead us. So, remember what we say here? Upper portion of our abdomen? Say, teacher, I'm my own master. So this is, when it is filled with vibrations, when it is balanced, gives us so-called self-mastery. Master of myself, teacher to myself. And it's tremendous power, tremendous quality to have. And it comes from this area. Once, if you look closely to this map chart, you will see that the central channel is cut off here in this middle. So it is very important to really find a way to calm, in terms of energy, calm from this level to this level, to the next level, to our hearts, to our spiritual essence. And the void plays a very important role in this passage. Without really accepting the primordial mastery of the world, which was brought to all of us by many 10 primordial masters during the history of our evolution. Without accepting them, it's very difficult, if possible at all, to pass through. And so our meditation will suffer if we don't, and our level of really vibratory awareness will suffer. We'll be still bound by illusions instead of really following the truth. Okay? So this is very, very important. And we're on our fingertips, we're not showing it on our palms, but it is mapped right around the middle of our palms, this area. Associated with two major parts, self-mastery, to become disciple, perfect disciple, this part comes from the left, and to become real teacher to myself, master to myself, listen to myself, follow my gut feeling. In this case, in our case, in Sahaja Yoga case, follow your gut feeling, it's normal for normal human beings. For us, since we started to practice Sahaja meditation, we would say follow your vibratory awareness. This is more translated, so to say, more advanced level of gut feeling.
Say it again.
More advanced level of gut feeling.
Okay, but what was this statement before that? What do you call it at the advanced level?
Following your vibration.
Follow your vibratory awareness instead of just whatever I feel discomfortable to do this or comfortable to do that. So how do we know what is good, what is bad? If you feel what on your fingertips, on your palms? Cool breeze. If you feel cool about the subject you put your attention to, and this is very, very interesting thing. We're talking about thoughtless awareness, right? And we're talking about silence in our heads. At the same time, we're talking about putting our attention to something. And I was very surprised, very, very surprised. At the beginning of my practice in Sahaja Yoga, I heard Shamaji say, after self-realization, even your imagination becomes very powerful tool. Before, but in other lectures, she would say, imagination is nothing to do with meditation. So what I'm trying to say is that we want to develop that state of thoughtless awareness, and after that, once we developed even a little bit, we can, in meditation, when we are here thoughtless, we can put our attention to any subject, any problem we want to be resolved in our lives, whether it is a personal problem or country or social problem, political problem, environmental problem. Okay? So, anything about void? Health?
Usually we call in Sahaja Yoga that the material world and everything what is around us, it's like an illusion. It's a material world. And the green area also represents this illusion in our life. And by activating Kundalini, we pass this ocean of illusions, because what is reality, what is most important for us? Of course, to have health, to have money, to have a social life, it's important. But when we rise above that, we see that it's something more than that. And by passing this green area, you realize that it's something more in this life than money, food, social life, and so on. But you have to realize yourself. It doesn't matter what I tell you or somebody else. You have to find it yourself. Something else, guys?
So, if you feel a cool breeze about anything you put attention to, then this would be the indication of yes, true, good, in regards to that subject. And if you feel warm, tingly sensations about the same subject, the indication would be no, false, problems. Same with the person. Okay? All is energy. And when we are connected to the same matrix of energy, we are becoming aware of that energy, regardless where it is, where this person resides, or where we put our attention to. Okay? And so this interconnects us, and we become more sensitive, and part of this awakened energy center, or well, energy area, void, will be this new inner awakening of self-mastery, knowing and following your vibratory awareness. So next time you come into a situation or an environment, or you meet the person who is very dominating, maybe even false, carries a lot of false knowledge, and talks to you, and 5 years ago or 2 months ago you would listen like this and follow that person. Today you find yourself suddenly very steady, very balanced, very unconditional, based and feeling, this is not right, this is not true. I know what to do next. I know what to do in regards to this situation. Instead of following blindly that person's suggestion. It's just a technical example of really, which we can apply to our lives immediately. So, we can put both hands on our tongue during meditation. You can put right hand right on the left. And if you do use both hands, I felt very comfortable. Some yogi